Hello everyone, Myrmonden here. Welcome to my review of the final episode of Yowamushi Pedal episode 25. And man, this episode makes me angry. I'm still angry. Like I'm upset. I rewatched it. I did a thumbnail for my live reaction. I'm like physically upset. Right? Like I'm angry. Then it was like I really felt that it was gonna fail too. Like I felt it was gonna fail. I really feel the animes going down the slope. Right, every episode been worse and worse. A lot of weird like narrative decisions. He says a character is really bad, like badly written character, or like his character doesn't make any sense at all, really. And he's better now, but it's like really bad at the beginning. And also Teshima is there, Teshima, the captain, and it's like this is so bad writing. This is really bad narrative writing. And I think it was cool. No, this was bad writing, because I think Teshima is a character, right? That is presented as the smartest character they have. He's a talented guy when it comes to like logical planning and hard work. He's a Rock Lee, right? The narrative kind of narrative, right? That kind of character, right? The guy that can only use taijutsu, not really linear, but it tries really hard. Like, that's actually right. But it's also really intelligent. Also the claim, and that's to me is so freaking irritating, right? Because you can see there's so many TV shows and so on, right? So much, especially even more so the Western TV shows. But they love to say that, oh, this character is so intelligent, and you know, blah blah blah, and they give you some random like Tech 10 mastery or something like that. But the character actually is really retarded when it comes to like, you know, his logical planning, like you see, and things that they usually have, you know, intelligent characters that have like, you know, really weird quirks like personality issues and so on, and that is fine though, because usually those kind of persons that they are, you know, you're kind of out there, right? It's something that they don't really care about social norms and so on. So that's one thing and completely fine. But if you see something like someone falling for a trap or something, which is very obvious, you know, for you as a viewer, then you're like, that's just stupid. And that is stupid. Because a smart person wouldn't fall for that, right? And they keep doing it all the time. So they usually, like Hollywood especially, are really bad at writing intelligent, right? So they give them this kind of, you know, they give them the like the epithet of being intelligent. And all the characters keep saying it, and oh, he's so smart and so on. But they actually aren't, because they don't do smart things. Hollywood is really bad at writing intelligent characters. And here in this anime, I think it's like some issue, right? Because Teshima is like, the thing is that if you're an intelligent person, you don't say you're intelligent. That's the number one issue that you know someone's an idiot, is when they keep saying they were smart. Like I worked for one guy in my last job, and he kept saying he was an intelligent guy. Like he literally kept saying that, like, you know, I'm pretty smart, we can do these things. Like he kind of literally kept saying the words like intelligent and smart, so on, and like once a day or so, or something like that, right? And that works on really stupid people. They can fall for that, because you can repetitively tell them that you're smart, so they might believe you because they keep hearing it, right? But for any person with any skepticism, you're like, no, you're a fucking idiot, because there is no way you would believe in it, right? Because he's, yeah, you know, you know what I mean? Yeah, because it's like, you know, if you keep saying it, it's obviously not true, because you have to try to enforce it. You know, a smart person is, people know they're smart because they act intelligent, they act smart, and they notice it. You will never tell them. So, in narrative station, right, like in here in Yowamushi Pedal, it's very classic then that they have the other characters, right? You have Naruto, you have Aogi, Isa, and they are like, ah man, Teshima's pretty intelligent, yeah, it's pretty smart. Then the other characters keep mentioning he's smart, logical guy and so on, right? But every decision he fucking makes are horrible. And I'm like, yeah, it's my language, but I am angry at this damn episode. Because I've been angry at Yowamushi Pedal for quite a while, where people is like going down and down, right? And like when he just let Unoda go into the trap thing, I was like, ah, he has to learn myself. Like, what? So you knew they were doing? He's like, yeah, they were tricking Unoda into there. Good plan. It's like, why didn't you tell him? At least warn him or something, or tell the other guys to protect him. Like, what? Like, what's the point of it? And Unoda also learned nothing, because he was beaten by being brute force anyway. So, like, there was no plan in there. And what has that? And this episode again, then, right? It's like, yeah, it's a really badass, you know, classic like superhero guy. I'm gonna wait for you because I won't win by, you know. It's really badass, but it just makes so little sense. Like, it makes zero logical sense, right? And it just pisses me off. Right? So it feels like this is actually, it actually makes me anger the more I think about it, because this would be a really cool scene, like the final or something, right? Like Unoda versus Manmi, like last season. That would be a pretty good scene, like the last. Unoda is like, yeah, I'm waiting for you, Manmi, bro. Like, that would be cool, because Unoda, he fits perfectly for this, like waiting for the opponent with the chain issue, right? Fits him perfectly. Teshima, it fits him absolutely at 0 degree, right? Like, absolutely makes no sense for him. Most characters obviously wouldn't wait. But especially then Teshima, say again, is presented as this logical, smart guy. Right? A logical person has usually, you know, like low emotional or like, you know, control of their emotions. Because clearly his pure decision is like, oh, I'm gonna wait for him because I wanna win on my terms. That is a pure emotional thing, right? To say that I have to win by this team because he actually didn't do anything, you know, cheating or, you know, illegal in the actual sport, right? So, you know, you play a soccer game and suddenly the goalkeeper, like, you know, falls on his like shoelaces. Will you be like, oh, I'm not gonna kick in the ball? It's like people are watching me, you know, and I play for $1 million. No, you probably kick in the ball, right? Because otherwise you'd be probably, you know, executed by the yeah, right, yeah. So it's like, oh, I'm at the goal. It's like 300 meters left. And a lot of people are selling it because it's at the goal, right? It's the actual whole goal of the drive. It's like, no, I'm gonna wait because I'm a freaking honorable guy. Like, yeah, and that's like, no, like no one would ever do that. That would be horrible. Nowhere pick your team again. And obviously, we don't know if the guys ever find out the actual truth, but the morale is like, man, he almost won. Oh yeah, like, but if they actually know he could have won and he let him beat him, what? Yeah, that would lose the morale. Like, so this is a really bad logical decision. I mean, and again, I think again, he's supposed. The problem is he's mainly supposed. His character side as his character is the most logical, less emotional. You know, the planner guy, right? The hardworking. You know, he should be. Yeah, it's finally my time to win. And he goes. I do get it. It's like I want to win on my turn. I want to win on like no cheating kind of thing, or like no unfairness kind of thing. Whereas it's not worth it. I get that. But the problem is just that he's also mainly that's his like his personal side, right? But it's mainly character side that is a captain that they all love and cheer and, you know, adore because he's like smart, reliable, you know, logical, again, yeah, reliable. It's, I mean, and he doesn't do that. He doesn't perform his captain duty for a second. What he does is extremely selfish, right? That's why I said this video as like Teshima sucks at captains and that, because he's a bad captain. That's a horrible decision as the team leader. The team leader should be all about, I have to get the moral high for my army, right? For my team, for my mates, my nakamas. I have to give them the support they need so we can win the whole thing. So you should go in and go there and say, okay, that was a little bad. I couldn't win, you know, on like my own, like one man on man terms. But now everyone else back in the team, and I'll support, you know, the guys in the car and Senpai's combinator. They'll be like, man, we actually fucking got the crime mountain, yeah, you know, moral high up. That he should be concerned about. As team, that is his main objective, right? To win the whole thing in morale, you know, give up our morale. And again, he's supposed to be the least emotional person in the team. Like, by far the least naive person in the team. By far, you know, being the more rational person, right? So he shouldn't be the guy say, like, no, actually, I'm gonna let my emotions decide this race for me. It's like, that is absolutely horrible. Absolutely like character development, right? It's horrible, the evolution of his character, right? Because there's nothing to do with him as a character. If Unodam did this, it would make complete sense. Unodam is super naive, you know, stupid to a fault, right? Super nice guy. Opposite is a nice guy, but Unodam is like this ridiculous nice guy that is the main character. So it never makes sense if he did that. That would make complete sense if he did that. Complete sense. If Naruto did it, it would also make more sense because Naruto is more of like, I want to beat, I want to race, he's more like that, right? So he would more heavyweight for his opponent. But also more sense. He's more like a, you know, like an eager, you know, fighting guy. Yeah, he's more of that. That would make more sense. Ayogi, I don't know. He's like very little. Issa probably would wait because he's so extremely Dunning-Kruger, so extremely like, I'm the greatest person alive, so I can wait for you. I can't lose anyway. He would do it, you know, out of his like, you know, spitefulness, arrogance. So yeah, makes sense if he did it. He must shouldn't do it either. No, he should do it either. No one of our corner should do it. Definitely not do it by saying someone like this. Definitely not. Then absolutely could not miss Yoshi and Kumer. They would absolutely not do it, right? Yeah, that's the most obvious. And yes, that makes Teshima the hero, but it doesn't make any sense because you have 6 different people in this team, right? And have different personalities, and they are kind of, you know, mixed combined, right? And have some similarities. But again, he's supposed to be the guy that is the leader, the guy that is not as much like a shonen naive kid like the other guy. He's supposed to be kind of the brainy, you know, older guy that's like, nah, I'm a senpai, listen to me. He's supposed to be that guy, right? Yeah. And he's like, no, emotion time. Like, it made no sense. Nothing's ever built up him as a character to do this. If anything, and I really stand by this, if anything, all his contention that he has to finally win something, because he never wins anything. They probably will win the high though, but like he never wins anything in his life, right? And it's like, finally I can win. This is how winning is. It's like, no, I'm gonna wait for him. And I get it because he wants to win for real for once, right? But on the same time, he should also be, you know, I get that, and I actually probably, I might even do the same if I was really, really talented, because I personally also kind of let my opponent kind of get into it, because I don't want to win, you know. So I get it, I definitely can relate to it, but it's that Teshima's character isn't character that. Teshima's character is characterized as a person that has never won anything. So if anything, he should be like, oh fuck yes, my shares, I can finally win! Like that is supposed to, that is at his characterization. So in one way it's a really, really strong, you know, like twist of characterization for him. So it's like, actually he doesn't care about winning, he cares about winning fairly, or like winning when it matters. I don't know how you want to call it, like, yeah, winning, but not winning by something stupid like luck or something. And I respect that, but at the same time it's like, his character is shown to be the opposite of that. So it's a complete 180 degree, complete field turn, right? That is suddenly, you know, changes his mind for that. And it really, really pisses me off in so many aspects, right? Because he's not presented that at all. And I say again, that's like 10 times video, but he's the logical guy. He's the non-emotional guy, right? He's supposed to be the non-emotional guy. So nothing of this at this season, because he had so much free time last season, right? In first season, him and Yogi, first season, one, but he has lost season this season, like more than one another. And nothing has presented that he would do this. So it's a huge twist, but it's a really stupid twist. If he had won though, if he had won against Manami, then I think I would like it. Because then it would be really bad. It's like, he'd be like, he's like, actually, you know, this is really against my characterization. Like, I should go to gold now, but I also want to be that shonen naive guy. I'm gonna stay here and be like, yep, come at me, bro. You here? Okay, let's go. Like, and he actually wins. That actually would be really, really badass, right? That would be really badass, and it would be kind of like, it'd be kind of cliche, kind of cheesy, but you would kind of like, yeah, he's the main character. But it still would be, you know, you would still feel fair because he actually had won already. He just kept going. So him waiting for his opponent saying like, okay, actually, let's do it together. You know, in that sense, that would feel, you know, yeah, okay, because he was gonna win anyway. Right? So it wouldn't be as cheap, because if he just did that, like let his opponent go ahead, start something, then pass him by, that'd be like a weird, arrogant thing, right? But in this sense, it's more like he already had a goal in his hand, right, as a character we are following, and say, actually, I'm gonna wait for that guy, so I can beat him, you know, one-on-one for real, and he does that, that would be badass, right? And also wouldn't feel like he's, you know, like having too much of advantage as the main character or whatever, you know, hero person. So that would be cool. Still wouldn't like it. Like, actually, I think I said it last week. I think actually a huge issue here is the whole Shane thing to begin with. I think that if they remove the whole Shane thing, because that was resolved in like 1 minute anyway, right? Yeah, if you remove the whole Shane thing, and you just made him, you know, go and lose against Manami, that probably would be better. That probably would be way better, because this was like a badass scene for the wrong character, right? Because this is a scene I would like to see for Onoda primarily, like Onoda, the super naive guy. He should have done this. This is the one probably more than Manami, yeah, or something else too right now, or maybe it's 4 into high too, I guess, yeah. That would make more sense, like a lot more sense. So it's a cool idea to have this guy waiting for the opponent because it's an honorable opponent, blah blah. But it has to be, you know, placed on one of the characters that act like that all the time, right? So, yeah, and then we make much even if they lose. But here's like, why did he going to win, right? Yeah, and so even if that would be see him waiting and winning anyway, still wouldn't feel like he was like cheating, right? To have this overpowered plot armor, he actually could have won anyway. But they ended up with this ridiculous thing, yeah, he lost. And it feels like a really bad writing because on many issues, because as I remember again, the Shane thing from the beginning was stupid. Because that made it feel last week like, what, he's gonna win by luck? Because I was like, hard work against, you know, talent, can hard work win? And it's like, no, hard work got luck, so that just didn't matter. So in one way, it's good he resolves it by just stopping there. So you don't have to have this like, you know, okay, hell, he used hard work, but the last minute he got lucky, so he won anyway. Like, hard work didn't pay off anyway, he pays one by luck. That would be ruining as well. So the whole Shane thing to begin with is really, really stupid. That's really bad writing. That narrative was just bad, right? And then it was solved like 3-4 minutes in anyway, like the first page solved anyway. So and then he like re-characterized him as a person. It's like he's supposed to be this like, as I say again, a logical blah 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 guy, and it's like nope, he isn't actually emotional well and lost, right? So the only thing the Shane thing did was to to me, like de-evolve his characterization, like you call character development. It's like character development, right? He's made him go back, right? It's the only thing that happened to me. Like he twisted his personality for no reason, pretty much, because it didn't give him advantage to win anyway. Didn't give him the motivation to win anyway, right? So it's just like, yeah, but also that his motivation to win, but he's tired anyway, and he got full speed. So it's not like he was like, I'm gonna let him come to me, then I'm gonna give him 100% and win. And because I let him, arrive to me, I could go 100% because now I'm much more motivated. He was already doing 100%, so waiting him for there did actually increase his own motivation. He used to do the same thing, right? And it was like, that's also kind of weird. So it's really, I think it's really better writing, like, in so many different regards to the shade to begin with, like ruining his character really, like he's messing with that thing, right? And then he's like also, yeah, messing with a bad captain, like because a really bad captain. It's a selfish move, and it's really like, not very consistent at all, right? No characteristicity at all. And lastly, I really dislike it because it's like a really bad way to like enforce lose on your main team. Like when Isa lost to Dubash, it's like fine, Isa's a loser, Dubash is a bad guy, blah blah blah, and they have to lose something because if they win everything, so of course they did. In the upcoming build-up episode, they beat everyone so easily. So they have to lose to Hakone every now and then. So it makes sense. So yeah, they lost the speed race thing. Okay, fine. But this is like, they actually won this thing. But then the author's like, no, actually, he lost because he stopped. They are bad guys. Like they're weak, the main character. Like, there's a way to just force the main character to lose, right? Which is like Deus Machina, like plot side things, jumping in there. That's kind of like watching a Pokemon episode. Ash is gonna beat the league for once. God, why didn't he beat the last league? Don't get me started on that thing, why he didn't beat the last league, but yeah. And suddenly Team Rocket jumps in, like, no, we destroyed the match! And then, yeah, Ash doesn't actually finally win the league because someone else, like an alternative side, ruined it for no reason, right? And the Pokemon actually do it a lot, actually. Usually with gym battles and all of that. They should do it like Pokemon Rocket. Team Rocket enters that and ruins the like the main plot progression, right? Actually, several times, yeah. They love to do that because they keep making episodes for like years after years, right? They keep doing it. It's a good way to milk the time, right? You kind of feel that, right? It's kind of this weird. It's like, oh, I'm winning. Oh, damn! No, your bike broke. Like his bike broke. Yeah, like, it felt like Teshima's bike was gonna break, or as soon as he did this thing, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna wait for him. I was like, he's gonna wait for him. He's gonna do something weird now. He's gonna like go back. He's gonna be something stupid. And I was like, yeah, I was right. But yeah, wow, predictable. Yeah. So it's like, oh man, it's like at least 3 major narrative writing issues for me, major issues, and it's really, I think the last thing there is something that irritated me the whole this intro. That it's so forced, right? It's so forced why they're weak. But Isa losing was like fine. It's like okay, fine, but the other part was like Unoda is brute forcing, and then Unoda not working with no reason. Like it's just like forced narrative, like plot minus armor, right? Talking about plot armor to make the main character win stuff that should win, right? This is like minus plot armor, right? They're losing stuff that should actually win because stupid alternative things or like really stupid reasonings from the actual player, right? This actually fit the conversation. Like Unoda is supposed to be trusted to, and trust Michoshi. That was a good thing for him to trust Michoshi. That would help him to trust Michoshi there. Because there was no reason not to. And it wouldn't help. If he was pulling him, there was no minus for him. It was purely good for him. And normal Unoda would trust him and it would be better for him. Like, so yeah, so it's like weird character development. It's like weird, yeah, like forcing them to be bad, right? Really pisses me off. Really, really does. And I'm really disappointed in this ending. I'm really disappointed. I mean, the only saving grace is the last minute. I talk about the last minute. Man, I love Makishima and Senpai. Todorochi, and of course, Kinyo-san! That was really great. The last 3 minutes there was freaking awesome, right? However, though, it also reminded me when I love this anime. I remember that I was new many years back. The first season was 2004, 5 years ago, something? Maybe more. And I watched the first episode, the opening, probably. I thought, yeah, it was opening. I did watch the opening from there's an opening list of this season, right? And I was opening. And I was like, man, I want to freaking watch the anime because that guy with the green, red hair, his bicycle, he looks really cool. I love his design. Like Todorochi and like Naruto, that interesting relationship. But the first opening is so freaking good. I was like, I have to watch the anime. I mean, all of them got really good, of course, anime. Good, great songs, and they're good animated. And I was like, man, this is a good factory. I want to watch the anime. And I watched the first episode, and it still haven't even shown the senpai. I was like, I have to watch more. I want to see the senpai, and then I got into it, right? Started watching it. And seeing those, the ending, I have to say, though, there's a really, really nice scene. But at the same time, it's like, oh, man, I missed the old senpai. Maiden was like, he's a freaking bad character. Boring. You know, inconsistent character, really bad writing character. His narrative says it's horrible, right? Yeah, maybe I did like the Teshima and all got the other second chance from losing in the first year. I felt really bad for them season 1, so I love the chance here, but still, they are both way worse character than the senpais. The old senpais, they are worse characters than them. When it comes to bicycle skills, and they are, yeah, not that much more, but they are, especially if you look at them, how they are drawn, like the aesthetic of them. Like Makashimi is a really good, but Kin is typical the master guide to the Rosh. Like they have better aesthetics generally. But especially Isaran is a horrible character, right? Northern Nuka are very interesting. So in that sense, they give me like a bad taste in my mouth. I was like, man, this scene is fucking fantastic, seeing the senpais. But at the same time, it's like, man, I wish the anime would say, let's follow the senpais on an adventure instead. Let's follow the senpais going to like college and starting a new team with other people, and like forget about Unoda. So forget about those guys. Unoda has like no system anyway. Forget about those guys. Let's follow the senpais. They're better characters. I was like, man. Especially when a lot of the scenes like, are we gonna get there in time? Tongu-chan? He's like, man, I'm called the human speed bullet. Like, and he goes to the car. I was like, yes. I was like, what the fuck? However, though, I didn't think they were 20. I didn't think they actually were legal to drive for them. Because I think they were younger. I think they were like 19 or 18 or so. The senpais, so it shouldn't be legal to drive for him. To 20 in Japan, right? But anyway, yeah. So that was a bittersweet ending there. Really, it's really great to see. I don't know, season next season. I guess next year, maybe 2 years then. Seeing senpais finally be there, right? Probably. But yeah, really, I don't know, disappointing ending. And I found that is what disappointed me too. So I have to admit that I was biased, of course. I entered this episode having a bad taste in my mouth after last week's Shane thing. I was like, how are they gonna resolve it without making it stupid? Or really is mean by this, because I won't be fine with that. But it's like, and the resolve doesn't make sense because he's the worst. Like I talked to a guy for this, and he was like, I expected Unoda to get in there and fix the bike for Manami, and then they would race or something. I was like, yeah, that would make more sense if Unoda suddenly appeared and helped him since we go faster. That would make more sense, actually. Right? See, if we say, like, it could take a pro, like a minute, or he's like, I didn't take seconds. Unoda entered there and helped him, or like, take my bike or something, and then he would go on his bike instead. You know, and then he would only lose like seconds. That would actually be cooler, right? That actually be freaking awesome if Unoda jumped in, gave his bike to Manami. Manami was like 1 second on the whole Shane thing. You see that screen from Teshima is like, what? Unoda? Manami? And then they get the bike swap and then they go after him. That would be better. That would be way better, right? Than him waiting, because he didn't fit his character. He didn't fit his character at all, right? And they had to solve. But I say again then, as I said earlier, the Shane thing from the start, from the get-go, was really stupid. And that forced this episode to be stupid. Like, the Shane thing was really, really bad writing last week. And it didn't make any more sense this week. It made it just worse this week. The resolution wasn't good enough. So that I was biased. So I was entering, in my mind, it's like, the Shane thing was really stupid. How are they gonna fix this? It's like, they didn't fix it. Right? It's like, they didn't fix it. They did not fix it. I really wanted him to win there. It would piss him off too, because I wanted Teshima and Yoga to win since season 1, right? Since they lost there in bad luck, and yeah, but they didn't. It just no. I'm still angry. I'm disappointed. I probably watch next season, whenever that comes, like 1, 2 or something like that. But I probably won't be very hyped about it, to be honest. But one thing that I'm really hyped about, we talk about next season, I guess about that in the manga, is that we're finally getting more Naruto being the ace, right, or the second ace, and Izumi-kun. So I guess I can focus more on those guys. That could be interesting. We haven't really seen Michiyoshi and Komori do it either, so get on that a little bit. And also, of course, the new Hakone guys. So yeah, there is some still I wanna. This is I wanna watch that, but I really feel like Isa was a good writing. It's a horrible writing character. Teshima, what health is, and so on, right? So, but anyway, yeah, see you guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Another rant on Yowamushi Pedal. Next coming season now, we're gonna have stuff like the guy show. I'm like, yes, Gyros. I'm gonna talk about it every day. I love it. Like, I'm recording some Gyros stuff now. It's been awesome. New game. That's gonna be freaking awesome. I remember live because I was laughing in New Game like constantly. Not much to say about that. It's freaking good. But in 3 days from now we have it's called Katagu or something like that. It's a psychological gambling anime, which I think can be really awesome. I love those gambling like Akagi and like 1 Hour and so on. So that I'm looking forward to. So hope you're watching that with me because that can be really interesting. So anyway, see you guys and have a great day.